Hello, I'm Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. I want to know. I know this isn't all women, and not all women are fake like this, and a lot of it's been my experience and my fortune to be lucky enough to have women who've done this to me. But I want to know. Women say they want a true, honest, and faithful man, but yet in my life, being honest is. I don't get it. I don't get it. When you're honest, it's turned against me. My first wife, she was jealous as all giddy up. That was the biggest problem in our marriage, other than she was fake altogether, which that's just a different video in itself. Telling me she wants a certain lifestyle, but that wasn't what she actually wanted. She just wanted to hook me and go along with what I wanted until she had me married and a kid, and now all of a sudden that's not what I want anymore and never did, but you're stuck, so you're going to deal with it. Then expect her husband to be a good man. And I don't mean in a bad way of abuse or cheating, having affairs, but I mean in the way of being an open hearted, just free bird and not having to feel guarded all the time. This destroys a lot of relationships. Neither party should ever feel like they have to guard themselves. Either you love the person who they are, not the image you want them to be, or you should have never got with the person to begin with. But that's what both of my wives did to me. This is what I want, but it's. But here's a story of my second marriage. I started a business. I talk about being disabled, and I have to survive. Our country doesn't take care of our own people. We can give away godzillions of dollars to foreigners and illegals and criminals, but screw us good Americans. I'm sick of it. After I was kidnapped, tortured, and beaten for an entire night, had my ear cut off my head, my throat slit, and my body dumped and left for dead, I had to still figure out a way to pay my bills and survive. I didn't have anybody to help me, and I refused to accept the help that anybody did offer. No, I will do it. I'm a proud man. I'm going to take care of myself. I tried getting jobs and nobody would give me a job because I'm a liability. Yeah, you can do stuff, but you can't just do stuff as needed and you get hurt. If even just my vision, if I go blind on a job, I could sue a company and say it was their fault, even though I'm the one who has vision problems and nerve damage. That's why I'm a liability. I fall down and hurt myself. I fall down on a job and get hurt. I can sue the company for it. Now I'm a liability. Isn't it wonderful what we've done with modern civilization? There used to be a day where a handshake actually meant something, and we helped people because we weren't afraid of defending ourselves of what the consequences of helping people. God, it makes me sick because I'm an old-fashioned person that just lives for others and not myself, and I don't have anybody to live for. My kids and my wife were all I lived for. Now I wake up every day, I don't know what to do with myself because I have no one to live for. So after my assault, and I was living on the streets, homeless, even, child support. They don't give a damn about you. They don't even give a damn about your kid. I've already proven that. All they care about is money. That's all it's about, money. The whole damn world, that's all it's about anymore is money. I hate it. I want it to burn every dollar in America. I hate it. So I started a business, and I went straight to the top. I'm a hard worker, and if I work for myself, I'm only a liability to myself, and nobody can fire me but me. At the end of my job, as long as they saw the finished product and it met their expectations and it was done on time, that's all that mattered if I worked for myself doing what I did. I had a good worker with me who'd been with me for a very long time and worked for me in a business I had prior to this, many years prior to this. He got on board, I took care of him, and he helped me do the things I couldn't do, like read and help me do my paperwork and get my work orders ready, and I was able to get back on my own feet again. During that time, I had a guy who worked for me. He worked for me for a very short time, didn't get to know him that well, but found out he was a cokehead. He was a coke addict. And then he ended up in jail for domestic violence. And I said, no, I can't have this guy working for me anymore. I'm not having a guy who abuses women working for me when all I'm going to want to do is spend all my day wanting to punish him. I can't do that. I can't be around people. If I can't look you in the eye, I can't be around you. Because what's the point? What's the point of being around somebody if you can't actually look them in the eye and have an open, honest conversation, again, without walls and barriers? I'm tired of that. So while the guy was working for me, and he ended up in jail for domestic violence, and I tried getting a hold of him, and I couldn't, so I got a hold of his, I don't know if they were married, if they were husband and wife, or if they were just boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know. But I got a hold of her to find out where is he, and found out he was in jail. So then she starts flirting with me and saying that she wants to have sex with me. I told her, stick it where the sun don't shine. I shouldn't have said it that way. Oh, that's what she wanted me to do, but I wasn't going to go there. No, I'm married. I'm not going to I have kids. I'm not ruining my life over 20 minutes of enjoyment. Even an hour of fun is not worth giving up my whole life for. Especially when that's the life I wanted more than anything in the world. So, what do? As an open, honest husband, I turned to my wife and said, look, I want you to know she just sent me this stuff. I don't know why she's sending me this stuff. I don't want you to go through my phone later on and find it. I don't want any clouds at all in my life. I just want sunshine. So I want you to know she said this to me. I fired the guy. I'm not hiring him back. And I want these people out of our lives. And I'm letting you know so that you don't ever somehow stumble upon it later on, and then it becomes an issue or a problem. It should never be a problem. I came out, was honest, said, look, she just sent me this stuff that he's in jail and I want to screw you tonight. Obviously, I didn't get with her because I was I was in the morning sitting on the toilet, getting ready for my day of work, trying to find out where my employee is. And that's what she sends me. Obviously, there's no way I was with her prior, and my reply to her was no. But that's not how my wife took it. Instead, I was damned, yelled at, screamed at, and treated like I did cheat on her, just for telling her that, look, somebody's trying to do this, and I'm not letting it happen. Did I deserve that? Was I wrong for being open and honest? I thought that's what women wanted. But then her mom tells me that I'm too honest, and I shouldn't be so honest with her daughter. God, what is this world we live in today? I can't stand it. I don't want to live in this world anymore. I don't. It's become so sick and twisted and delusional, I can't live in it. So women out there, if your man is honest and tries to tell you these things, why would you hate him for it? Why would it be his fault and he gets damned for being open and clean and honest and not doing anything to cross those lines? Not the only time I dealt with that wife. I had a friend who was on the phone with me. He sent me a text message and said, your wife's effing crazy. And my wife happened to she goes through my phone. I knew she went through my phone. I had nothing to hide. Obviously, I didn't go through her phone because I didn't find out that she was the one cheating and messaging another guy in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping and running off in the middle of the night and taking off. While I'm taking care of the kids. I never did that to her. But I had a friend who sent me a text message saying, man, she is effing crazy. And my wife had read that message. And I was outside talking to my friend, that same person, at the very time that she decides to approach me with it. I said, look, I'm on the phone with him right now. And if you read my reply back to him on that same text message, I said, no, she's not crazy. She has problems, and I want to understand and help her. But once again, I got my tail absolutely just shoved right up my rectum for being honest and caring. This has really all messed me up big time. I cared about her, not to let her get arrested, not to let her get put away, but yet she's going to try to falsely do it back to me. I might as well just stop that now.